Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers here for a little bit. Look, it's that time of the year every year after the draft on this channel. We take a lot of time and we go through each and every team's draft picks and some undrafted free agent moves as well, and trying to figure out which teams really crushed it, which picks really crushed it, were really great moves. And the Steelers, I think, are going to be at the top of the list for a lot of people for one move in particular. Let's get into the article and we'll talk about it more in detail on the other side. This is courtesy of USA Today. The Pittsburgh Steelers selected Peyton Wilson in the third round with pick number 98. There's no way to game out the injury factors that seemingly sunk Wilson's stock. Despite following up his prolific Bednarik award-winning performance last fall with a stellar athletic showcase at the Combine, the 6'4", 233-pounder tumbled all the way to the end of the third round. If Wilson can avoid major setbacks early in his career, however, he has all the tools to be a staple at the second level. His hyperactive and instinctive approach was evident in his 138 tackles and 6 sacks last season. Few linebackers match his blend of size, speed, and playmaking range, both in coverage and against the run. For a franchise that has suffered enough through subpar linebacker play in recent years, yet didn't look prepared to make a premium investment in the position, that's plenty to be excited about. Look, I think Wilson is going to be probably, if not one of, maybe the steal of the entire 2024 NFL draft, if he can be healthy, and I think he can. I love this move by Omar Khan and the Steelers. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are. But first, Pittsburgh fans in the comment section below, now the entire draft has gone completely by, I want you guys to give us your favorite Steelers pick. There's a lot of really good ones. First rounder was obviously a knockout of the park. I love the center, Frazier, as well as another great addition. But give us your favorite pick. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's Wilson right here. Give us your favorite pick the Steelers made all draft long in the comment section below. But, Miles, give me your thoughts on Peyton Wilson and this move by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Nick, I think this is an excellent move by the Steelers. I think this is exactly what they need to kind of get out of their linebacker woes, as the article alluded to the last few seasons. This guy is all world linebacker. I think he has all the accolades, all of the awards, but he does have a couple of injury concerns as well. That is what sunk his draft stock. But to be fair, and the Steelers fans, to reassure you, he hasn't had a serious injury since 2021. That's when he missed 10 games for a shoulder injury. He's only missed 2 games in the last 2 seasons outside of that. I don't think there's a ton to be worried about here, but he has had injury surge when he came into college at 2028. He had a medical redshirt injury as well. But for the last 2 years, he has been pretty healthy, playing in, 23 out of possible 24 games there for the NC State Wolfpack. This is a guy who also, I think, came in and really started out hot. Said medical redshirt year, his first full year as a starter, he came in and led the team in tackles. His second year as a starter, first team All ACC, also led the team in tackles and tackles for loss. The next year, as I alluded to, he was injured, but he was nominated as a team captain there that year. 2022, honorable mention, All ACC, team captain again. Then finally, last year, best year, unanimous All-American, first team All ACC, top linebacker in all of college football, wins the award, led the ACC in tackles as well. This is a guy who really has gotten better and better every single year. He has all the intangibles, team captain. He's bounced back from some bad injuries and really not let it keep him down too much. This is a guy who I think is perfect to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's tough. He's gritty. He's got all the accolades, all the achievements. He just needs somebody to give him a chance. And I think the Steelers made an excellent choice here. And Peyton Wilson, I'm excited to see what he's able to do.
Yeah, so first and foremost, any pick, third round and on, you're looking for value. And Peyton Wilson obviously is a massive value pick. According to PFF, Wilson was the 30th best prospect in the entire class. According to the Ringer, he was 79. So obviously getting Wilson at number 98, incredible value by Omar Khan and company. Great job there. But it comes to Peyton Wilson's performance, and you highlighted a lot of things there. I think that's really good and really important to highlight. But don't take our word for it. Take the word of former all-pro, all-world, greatest linebacker in the game at the time, Luke Kuechly. This is what he had to say about Peyton Wilson. Says he's a faster, taller version of him. Right. Think about that for a second. Luke Kuechly, one of the great linebackers of his era, undeniably so, said Wilson is taller, faster version of him. And the Steelers got this guy late in the third round. This is an incredible job by Pittsburgh. Look, they made a lot. I thought the first round pick was the steal of the first round. We talked about it at the time. But I think Wilson is going to potentially be, especially when you consider where he was selected, the biggest steal the Steelers have made maybe in a long time, maybe in years, right? He has a chance to be that good. And I think he'll be that good very, very early on. He's got the competitive instincts. He's got the hyper competitiveness. He's got the energy and all that. One of the knocks on him is that he's almost too hyperactive. Sometimes he can overrun plays, right? I always feel like that's a good thing to have in a middle linebacker. If you got a guy that needs to be dialed back, that's fine. That's coachable. The thing you can't coach is a guy having intensity. You can't add intensity to someone. You can always dial it back, which I think under the Steelers coaching, Wilson, if he needs to, will be able to do just that. But I want to focus one final point here to end on is that Omar Khan, if you look at what he did in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft, you look at his value, according to Warren Sharp, the Pittsburgh Steelers had the 3rd best draft out of any team in the National Football League. Only Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings barely edge them out in terms of value selections in the first 3 rounds. We talked about this being a new era for Pittsburgh. Omar Khan using more analytics, different approach. We saw it through the 2024 draft, and the selection of Peyton Wilson follows that mold as well. We're now seeing a team focused on value, great players, and I think this Pittsburgh team, I know that past couple of years have been kind of tough, kind of, making the playoffs, but ending in disappointment. I think we're starting to see a shift, and Steelers fans should be really excited.
Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, even your relatives. It's all out there. That's why we use Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows us which data brokers are selling our information and automatically submits opt-out requests for us.
Cleaning up our information not only reduces the amount of that stupid spam we all get, but it also protects us from hackers who could use this information to help them access our social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. Aura also does much more to protect us and our families from online threats. We also get features like antivirus protection, VPNs, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. That's really key. One location, get all this great stuff. It's really easy to set up. And the best of all, we get everything at one affordable price.
And you may already have 1 or 2 of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open. Aura is always on doing the hard work to keep you safe so you can focus on other tasks and have peace of mind. We value our privacy and we value yours. You can go to aura.com/Saturday to start your 2-week free trial. Also, link below in the description. Again, aura.com/Saturday for your free 2-week trial.